using AI, right? So I'm going to ask it to create a CRM-based application, and it's going to create some objects, and we're going to convert them into a fully functional app within the next few minutes. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to say, all right, so it's created this application, construction CRM app, that I just gave it the name. Okay, so now it's suggesting standard operation construction CRM app are managing customers, companies, leads, and opportunities. I'm saying, please suggest more. Management of projects, subcontractors, suppliers, equipment, site activities. I'll be breaking, find and browse forms, etc. Okay, so it's suggesting me, yes. Okay, so now the instance I'm connected with has all these different ERPs, connectors, and channels on it, right? So it has NetSuite, it has SAP, it has JD Edwards, it has Fusion. So that's why it's asking me. For your case, you have a single ERP configured, so it's going to default to that. But then it's also telling me I can create Swift objects based for this. So if you already have that sort of functionality in your ERP, it's going to know, and it's going to suggest, just like we were looking in the first demo, that what module you already have. Maybe you want to just base this form or application or CRM off of those application forms and those P applications. Or I can just say, go ahead and create Swift objects. So now it's suggesting me, right? Based on your request, I'll create the following standard Swift object for construction CRM, projects, subcontract, suppliers, equipment. I can keep going on and on, right? I can tell it, I can chat with it, I can do a brainstorming session with it, and then it's going to keep adding more. But for now, I'll just say, okay, let's go ahead. All right, so now it's going one by one with each object, and it's just confirming with me the fields. I can even ask it to add more fields. Just a quick chat, and I can tell it add more fields. And I can tell, by the way, the project should be linked with the customer, or there should be an equipment relationship between the project and the equipment. I can do all of those things. It's going to automatically keep all that in mind while it generates it. For now, I'm going to say it, okay, go ahead. So it's going to go ahead and create a project object, as you can see right here. Right now, it's asking me to create the second one, which is the subcontractor. I'm going to say, okay, go ahead, create it. So now you notice it has a subcontractor object here too. Now it's asking me for the supplier. And even at any point, I can tell it, you know what, do create a supplier, but map it to the project, for example, right? Right, so you kind of get the point, right? So it's basically creating these objects as we are chatting with it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this application. Now there are two options. Either I can tell it to create, can you create forms based on these Swift objects? So it's asking me what type of forms do I need to create. All three. Maybe I want to create all three of them. Okay, so you create it. I can even do that on my own. So I think sometimes it does glitch, so you can just simply go ahead and keep chatting with it or ask it to do it again. But what I can also do is just to show you what's happening behind the scenes. So if you have that, those objects that were created, right? There was this subcontractor object that it created. So I can create that subcontractor object here. And just create it exactly the way you created the find and browse form. It's going to have all these fields available. Same way you can create an entry form based off of that. Yes, it created a supplier entry form, as you can see here automatically. You see there. So I asked it to create the supplier entry form. It automatically created that form, pulled in all the fields from that Swift object that we created, right? And then it basically automatically has those fields available to me. Similarly, I can go on and on chat with it, and it's going to keep creating those applications.